If your brain power is all tied up in all the things that people did wrong to you or issues that went on, those are taking up all your brain capacity. You only have 100% energy. So what are you putting your 100% energy to? Most people out there are taking vitamins that aren't metabolized by the body. Anything that's pressed into a tablet with binders is probably not going to work. When we talk about sleep, why that's important is the leoglymphomic system. That's the only time it opens up and cleanses the brain. So we can put all the great nutrition in, but if you want to clean your house, you got to get the garbage out first. You know, when the brain's full of all that junk and garbage, and some of that's just from natural metabolism, you know, just the brain doing its thing and years of not sleeping. But if we can get that 1 hour to 2 hour deep sleep, that 3 to 4 hours of REM sleep, the brain's going to start to regulate, brain fog will go away, they'll start to focus again, their body will start to function. I always tell people sleep is your incubator for your superpowers. Stress causes a shift in that fight or flight. It causes cortisol. You know, when you think about what's happening to a salmon when they swim upstream, 2 hours after they fertilize those eggs or lay their eggs, they die. So unfortunately, this happens to a lot of people in their life. They retire and expire because they don't have any drive, they don't have any motivation, but it's really because of cortisol. So part of the key is to get their body to regulate differently and to respond differently, to unlock that. There's an old expression, I don't pray to God to get rid of my stresses, I pray to God to give me the capacity to handle them and manage them, because we only grow in a stress environment. Most people out there are taking vitamins that aren't metabolized by the body. Anything that's pressed into a tablet with binders is probably not going to work. You want to find some kind of vitamin to give your patients that's loose leaf. We can't get it from the foods. You probably know that by now. There's no way we can get it from our food source. We have to supplement. So there's no choice now. If they want to be well, they've got to supplement in some way. And they're going to be looking at you, or they're going to go to their medical doctor, which unfortunately they just say, go get one off the shelf, I don't know. So we need to get them eating right, thinking right, breathing right, those kind of things. So the brain is 80% fat by weight, so that's what we were talking about. Omega-3s, olive oil, coconut oil. What I tell my people that are coming in, I say, forget all your salad dressings, because those are all sugar, and don't eat the ones that don't have sugar, because they have sugar, just a different kind of sugar that's even worse for your brain. Those are called excitotoxins, and they actually kill your brain. They shut your brain down. I always say, just get out some really good olive oil, put it on your salads, and put salt and pepper and Italian seasoning. And that's a really good salad for the brain. We all have genetic variances too. So when we think about less % of the load have severe genetic variances. Therefore, 80% of the load is due to lifestyle. That's the key part here. People go, oh, my family, it runs in my family. No, it doesn't. It's about their lifestyle. We need lifestyle changes. What I used to tell people is that what we do and what you do is actually a gateway drug to the self-help industry. They're going to come to you because they're hurting. It's your job to inform them that they can take control of their health. They can become part of that chiropractic lifestyle and take care of themselves physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And then we have people that will be well instead of just fixing them. You know, like the medical community just fixes people. Oh, you're patched up, you can go home now, we're done with you. Before physical exercise became popular, they used to tell people, don't do that, don't lift weights, that stunts your growth. You don't want to do that. Now we know if we don't build muscle, it's going to affect our brain function. And when I say, we work with a company that does resistant bands, and that way the elderly, they don't have to do anything more than walk around the block and they can build muscle. You put these resistant bands on, walk around the block, and you can build muscle. It's just like lifting weights, because you're tricking the system. It's part of a biohacking solution that we have, because they can't lift weights. They could sit there and just do weights. They can act like they're lifting weights and build muscle. They don't have to lift any weights at all, so there's no harm in them getting hurt. So negative emotions, anger, fear, anxiety, does anybody know what those all negative emotions have in common? Does anybody want to answer that? They all have one thing in common: lack of breath. So many people are so triggered by different things, and they're neurologically, they're up to here. They're, as some people say, they're on their last good nerve. And then that one thing happens, boom, that's the catapult. And they go, oh, I wish I wouldn't have said that. I wish I'd have done something different. The reality is that we have to plan that. We have to prepare for that. If your brain power is all tied up in all the things that people did wrong to you or issues that went on, those are taking up all your brain capacity. You only have 100% energy. So what are you putting your 100% energy to? You want to put it to loving, forgiving. And when we say forgiveness, a lot of people don't understand that concept. It means to give before. It doesn't mean I'll forgive you if you do this or that or whatever. You just forgive them. When people have optimism, they have much better functioning immune systems.